welcome back to The Spot, you guys. Hopefully you've been enjoying the show so far. It's time for us to check out a spot of music. And it is the one and only Lil Cash with Cause Trouble.
Trouble.
A little bit.
So, Cause Trouble is on the new, is on Lil,
Yeah, it's on his
Lil
album.
Cash's new
Oh,
label.
okay, his label.
Yagi.
Well, yeah. Well, is it?
Yeah, his new label.
Yeah. Because I
Yagi
figured because
Records,
it came out, the album came out before.
Is this on the album?
I
No, I
think
don't
it's
think
on
so.
the. It's not on the album.
Or maybe
Okay.
they're just advertising the new label. I don't know.
Yagi Records.
Yeah.
I
Young
hope he
and
has
getting
another.
it.
I hope he has another great year this year. Definitely has the potential. Hopefully things won't, swindle in or go downhill without the support of YBNL.
Yeah, he's definitely very passionate about what he does.
They're still
Still manage
together,
him
right?
for
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. In a sense, so.
But it's an interesting video. It's very him. I mean,
It
it's very
is.
loud. The
Boisterous.
songs are very loud. And,
Yeah.
energy. Energy levels are always high.
I just want to understand the drop earrings. It's really the main thing I need to understand. Like, why are
he's
they
wearing?
drop
Shifting
earrings?
gear.
What'd you say?
I said he's shifting gear, letting you know that it's cool to
To wear
wear,
to wear
a little
chandelier
bit of
earrings. Okay.
chandeliers.
No wahala.
And Cash always likes to have his friends in his videos.
Yeah.
You can't do a video without, a mob of people.
Are these
for
his friends
support.
too?
What,
Was
the
that
lady
Buddy
with
his
the...
friend?
Yes, I'm sure she's friendly. But, I mean, the video does what it's supposed to do. They're causing trouble,
Hyped
they're
you up.
hyper.
Yeah. It's one of these things, you feel like you watch this video or you listen to this song and you want to do something. I don't know what you want to do, whether you want to work out, you want to punch somebody, I don't know, but you want to do something because it's just so, like, it's super,
Do you think it's curious that he released Cause Trouble just after he left YBNL?
He probably, I'm sure he was fine with keying into the whole.
There's always subtle messages to these things. Think outside the box. Think outside the box.
Okay.
But I like him a lot. And it was great when he came here.
Yeah, he was really fun when he came actually.
That's when you went to...
That's when he went to Man's house. Anyway.
I'm back now.
Yeah, welcome back.
Hope it was a good session.
It's time for us to bring our guest in.
Yes, it is time for us to bring our guest in. The person who's joining us is an amazing talent, actually. He's a comedian, he's a master of ceremony, amazing compare, TV host, actor, many, many, many parts to him. Very smart guy, but amazing and friendly. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Seyi Law. He's not a lawyer, is he?
We've had a few people.
I know. I even want to know why it's Seyi.
Are you a lawyer?
Why do
we
you want to
haven't
know?
had
That's the first question.
What is law for? Hi.
Or is he Lawrence?
Seyi Law.
You don't want to greet
Excuse
me?
me,
Hi. Hello. How are you?
my WCE.
Oh, woman
Woman
crush
crush,
every day.
Every day.
Man crush end times.
Woman crush what?
End times.
Excuse us.
Excuse me.
How are you?
Like, seriously?
Oh
I'm
my
here
God.
to cause trouble.
Cause trouble. No, seriously, where's the law from? Is that your name?
The law is the long story.
We have time.
We have like 3
The
minutes.
law is actually from my name, Lawrence.
Ah.
I knew it.
Lawrence.
See how you abbreviated that long story. So it's my name. Lawrence. Okay.
How's it going?
How's the comedy business?
entertainment for you, man? You do a lot of things.
A lot.
What
Yeah.
don't you do?
What else do I do?
What don't you do?
Exactly.
What don't I do? Oh, wow. I do everything.
Have you sang?
Have I sang?
Have you done music yet?
Do you want me to sing for you right now?
Give it-
Not if
give
it's
it
not
to
good,
us.
Sharp.
As
I'm
in,
just saying.
seriously. I can cause trouble with my music right now.
Again.
I saw you in, we saw the video here not too long ago, the one with Corey De Bello,
Oh, okay.
which you were in.
Yeah.
That was really funny. I was also seeing you in Banky's video, which was also funny.
So you're a video vixen.
That's why I do everything.
There's nothing you don't do, man.
There's nothing I don't do.
But do you like to act? Is this something you enjoy? Or?
I enjoy acting. I love acting. It's just, I think it's a part of me.
Yeah.
Sometimes, sometimes when you're just at home and you're just acting to yourself.
In front of the
you're
mirror.
pretending.
That's how you know you're not
And
normal.
sometimes you just
You're in
watch
the mirror,
this
like, oh,
Game of Thrones, and then
You
you
decide
just try to just speak like them,
Yes.
you know?
Well, Daenerys or whatever, you not be like, I'm
Yeah.
Shanaris. I'm not. I'm
First of my name.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm the first of my kind.
How are you enjoying comedy though? I know it's one of the oldest industries in Nigeria with entertainment.
Yeah.
Are you happy with where it is right now? Like, and where you are with it?
Comedy. Well, I think our industry is growing.
Yeah.
Definitely. But I think music came around so fast, and they just took all the, you know,
All the attention.
and music
They
is
just
kind
trust
of
everybody.
Yeah, you know.
Even the movie people said, when they tried, we were here first.
You know, and then sometimes you go for an event, and then you know you just know the amount they are being paid, and you hear the amount they're paying the
like,
musician.
when
It's
it's
just
20
coming up for
20 minutes.
for 5 minutes, and you're like,
the whole show.
this is what you know. I remember I was in the UK and I was on stage, and I remember somebody came on to perform. One young act came on to perform, and there was this lady dancing for him, and you know people were cheering and all those stuff, and I was just like, eh. So when I was to go back on stage to introduce the next act, I just told the lady, wait, I'll be cracking joke, you'll be dancing.
Let them cheer for
Since we all
you
need
too.
props.
Yeah, so she had to dance. I thought I'll crack joke now, you dance, you know. So comedy is it's growing. I think we're gradually getting there. We're not there yet. It's a gradual process.
What does it need though to like? What do you think it needs to get there? Because it's not you have the audience and there's people. There's what in your opinion is the thing?
Missing.
What is the thing that's missing most of all?
Well,
make it.
One thing is we have to think of how to cross the cross boundary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is one
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
In the sense that a lot of us grew up speaking our native dialect,
So you
and
crack
then
jokes in those.
you know
Okay.
pidgin English, and then you know that to break out internationally beyond just the African audience, you had to be able to do your joke in English. And I remember I had to give it a try sometime when they did this, what they call the African comedy show in the UK.
Oh, okay.
And then they had to bring me on, and it was so awesome for me when I realized that by the time I left, I had done over 2 hours of comedy without even speaking Yoruba or pidgin English.
nice.
And you know, and at that point I was like,
I'm the guy now.
so I can speak English like this, take that joke, and people were enjoying it. You don't have that feels.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you're like, but all this, sometimes we probably give ourselves that limitation, and then we don't really explore.
Outside.
And another thing is, comedy is not as universal as English, where people enjoy the beat and all that.
Oh, okay.
But then some of our gestures, some moves that you make, really
Can help.
thrill the people who are not even from Nigeria. Like somebody saw me, a white lady saw me. I was like, I don't know what you were talking about.
But it was
that's
But it just
what you
looked
did. And he
funny.
said, I love the way you look.
We have to go on a really quick break now. When we come
Okay.
back, we'll be talking a little bit more with Seyi Law, and we'll have our topic of the day for you. See you in a bit.
Welcome back, guys. You're still watching The Spot. We have Seyi Law in the house, amazing comedian, actor, and many other things. Before we get
Video
into the topic of
vixen.
the day,
Video
Exactly,
vixen.
video vixen.
Video vixen.
Model.
we have a topic to discuss, but I just wanted to ask you one more question before we go into it. And comedy has many parts: sitcom, stand-up comedy. Now there's the Instagram comedians.
I knew you were going to do
which
that.
has become like a
Trend.
movement. What are your thoughts on it? Do you take them seriously?
Well, I love the fact that they're able to do that, because it's one aspect of me that I've not really been able to explore.
Okay.
And I respect those guys who are able to do this short stuff.
Yeah.
Because
Make it funny.
I'm more of a storyteller.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love to take my
15
time
seconds
and I
is
just
very-
take short for
To
me.
build it up, yeah.
Sometimes I have some of those lines and I think, I can't really express it. So I respect these guys. And some of them are also trying to cross over
over
to
to
yeah.
stand up. And so I've seen some people come to me, I'm very funny, I could do all this video, and say, but I want to be a stand-up comedian. And I try to educate them that I think the best thing for you to do is to understand what comedy is all about in the first place. To understand what stand-up is before you even go in that direction. Because sometimes crossing over is a little bit difficult. Because you think because people are enjoying the videos and you are getting all the likes,
You think stand-up is that
when you
be
just
able
stand
to.
up
Very true.
They
and
will
you
also
do
like-
what
they
you're
don't
doing
press
in that
like
video, you get the same reaction
Yeah.
that
Very true.
it doesn't really work out.
I went for a show once where one of our funniest actors was called up to do like a
Stand-up.
20-minute stand-up, and it was. I still get haunted every time I remember it. And
You
he's
know,
so
it's-
funny on TV, and it was just a disaster. Like nothing he did
Was
made any
worked.
sense.
You know, it's
So
it's like
sitcom
that.
stand-up, they're all completely different. Everything
Yeah.
is. You have to
In
know
fact,
what
I
it
think
is, okay.
even in the entertainment industry in itself, I think people don't really learn a lot about the industry
into
before they
it.
Before
come
they
into
come
the
in,
industry.
yeah.
You know, and sometimes when you take your time to try to educate the younger ones that are coming behind you, some people think he's trying to
hating.
prove
You're
that he
trying to-
knows too much. I remember there
Yeah.
was a time I wrote something about the 5 F's of entertainment.
Okay.
You know, I wrote it. I didn't take it to the papers. I was just trying to use it to teach people. And I talked about the future, talked about friends, I talked about fame, talked about fans, and I talked about foes. The 5 F's. And under the future, we have the foundation, we have failure, and we have fortune.
Wow.
You know, and I try to teach some young guys about all these things.
Like this thing is too long, I beg.
They just want the
They'll
shortcut.
be like, please, I got one to blow, one to
some
blow,
of
one
them,
to
some
blow.
of them were able to learn, and some others were like, this guy they talk too much, you know.
No, one blow.
And they don't really understand how all these things come together to make you in the industry. Like fame, for example, there are people who've been able to use their fame to diversify.
Yeah.
You know, and you can talk about the bunch, and you know, and I tell people that sometimes people think fame is all you need in the industry, but sometimes there are other things that sustain fame, like
definitely.
your creativity,
Yeah.
the bulk of ideas that you have, the materials that you have as an entertainer also matters.
Yeah.
You know, Eddie Banj was able to generate other ideas from his fame,
Yeah.
which is now what is sustaining his fame. And you know, and you look at somebody like AY who has brilliant
Yeah.
Outlets.
ideas. You know,
Yeah.
you're talking about live show, he's there. You're talking about
Movies.
Skits,
sitcom,
TV,
he's there.
yeah.
You're talking about comedy, and he's doing great. You know, and so I tell people you have to be able to build brands
And explore more.
as you're growing with fame.
Yeah.
You know.
Don't just stay in one place. One lane will
You want-
never do.
Exactly.
Yeah, it will
You
never.
know,
do,
I even
yeah.
talked about fans. I talked about the greatest fan, the biggest fan, the what I call the celebrity fan, and I call the intimate fans and the best fan. You know, I tell people that sometimes you are your greatest fan
Yeah.
because the greatest fan is the one who takes you to the life stage. You know, the biggest fan is the person who actually see the talent in you. Somebody says, do you know that you can really make people laugh? You know?
And
But
pushes you to do it.
Yeah.
he just tells you about it. He notices this in you first.
And then
you
you
know?
now nurture.
Or sometimes you can also be your biggest fan. You notice it in yourself. But the greatest fan is the one who takes the pain to say, let me take you to this person so that
Yeah.
they put you on this stage.
Yeah.
And then the best fans are those who discover the talent and they keep grooming you. And for me, AY is my best fan in the sense that he saw it and he begins to groom me. You know, and he gave me that platform to learn and understand all those things. And some other times, the best fans, you know, they only get to have problems when they start seeing their products as a
Bigger.
competition.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
You
always
know?
happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, these are some things that I try to teach these people. And then you have the celebrity
them be
fans. The
aware.
celebrity fans are everywhere. You know, they're following you on Instagram, they're following you on your social media, they're seeing you on the road and they're happy with you. You know,
Great
and
stuff.
these are also core people that you don't really want to lose. You want
Oh,
to
yeah.
have a minimum number of enemies among them. And
Right.
you want to have a
A
great
greater number
them
of
following
fans.
you.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Every celebrity, if you have 1,500 fans who are die-hard fans, you are still up there. The moment it drops below 1,500, yeah.
1,499, but
You're out. You don't have anything.
And then you have the intimate fans that are referred. These are the people that are say they want to leave the boundary of just being fans to
Okay.
share in your intimate life. And
Okay.
some of these people, I call them talent enhancers or talent killers.
Okay.
You've
Are
learned a lot.
you my best fan?
I thought Rihanna was your best fan. We're seeing yourself, but it's all right.
Okay, I think it's time for another break. We
Yes,
learned
it
quite
is.
a lot this segment. Hopefully you guys out there have learned as well. When we come back, we'll be getting into our topic of the day. So please stay with us, guys.
Welcome back to The Spot. Please do join us on Facebook, Twitter, and also via email. Share with us your comments and joining on the conversation. We have Seyi Law in the building, who has been educating us on stardom and everything it takes to be the best star that you can be. But it's time for us to talk about stardom in a slightly different light. Our topic today is Surulere. And I'm going to assume our topic stemmed from the song.
Yeah.
So that was Don Jazzy and
Dr. Sid.
Yeah. So the premise of that story, of the video was actually, and the song is talking about people who go from grace to grace and transformations and finally finding their star power.
Yeah. So that's the prince.
Yes. And some people do it, I think some people let the world shape that story, and some people like to be in control of it. So they will change things or try to orchestrate things in order for them to get to where they believe they should be. Be it physically, you'll have I don't know, who can I use as an example? Somebody who has physically changed themselves into becoming more prosperous. So let's say if you had. Okay, I'll give you an example of somebody who hasn't had to do it. Gabby Sidibe? Sidibe,
Gabby Sidibe.
The girl in Empire.
So she plays the role of I don't know the name of
I don't
She was
watch
in
Empire.
Empire. She was what was the movie?
the one with
I want to say Violated. No, it's not. With Mariah Carey in it.
Mariah Carey and
Monique.
Yeah,
okay, we're really bad.
Yeah.
But
Really big.
The really big
actress.
yeah.
And she did very well for herself.
And she hasn't
resisted the pressure to
lose
slim
weight.
down, whatever. She's still finding her fame being herself.
Yeah.
Whereas another person might have seen that and think, okay, I need to really come down and tap
Jennifer
into this.
Hudson did that.
Yeah.
Jennifer Hudson did that.
Jennifer Hudson lost a
She
lot,
lost a lot of weight. But I don't think that served as a
I kind of feel like her career went.
yeah, it went down, I think.
Well, she's
quiet after she lost weight.
I attribute that, and this is going to sound slightly, I don't know, I don't want to sound mean, but I felt like what she won an Oscar for was, in a sense, being herself. She's a singer. She won an Oscar for portraying a singer in a movie. When I saw her in another movie, I was like, oh, this isn't really good
You
acting.
really can't act.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, and
Yeah,
I saw
so
her
she
in
was
something
never
else, and I
good.
was like, no, this is not good acting. So
So you don't think she was ever really good? It's not necessarily her
I
way.
didn't think
She was
so it
good for that
but
thing
she's
that
done
she
well
did.
on Broadway.
Yeah.
And
What
she's
about
singing.
here?
Pardon?
What about here?
Here.
But maybe for Jennifer, maybe it's about switching role.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people get stuck in who they are, and they're not able to, take up
Transform
other
well.
challenges.
Yeah. Oh wow! Look at that Surulere. That's Genevieve. See, when I say Surulere, sometimes I feel like that's what the glow up, as the Americans would say, the glow up, when you evolve from like ugly duckling phase to.
You know someone who transformed physically and he also helped us in Yanya?
Oh.
I don't
wasn't-
remember what
he was fit, right? He was a fit guy when he won the Project Fame thing, but he wasn't sexy.
Okay.
Then one day we woke up and we saw this photo shoots with him in underwear.
DJ exclusive was always DJ exclusive.
As in,
There's
look, he
no
was always
Surulere.
a
no
swag
Surulere
guy.
story.
He was always a swag guy.
Yeah.
That's so
I
funny.
think for me, the physical transformation, it's not even all
not
about
even-
the
yeah, it's
Surulere.
how
for
you
me.
Yeah.
It's
change
about
your story, basically.
how you've been able to change your story,
Okay.
write a new history about yourself. You know.
Oh wow! Oh, but Tiwa was cute. She's still fine.
cute, yeah.
You know when they're cute,
The
like,
smile
although
is
some
always
people,
there. Smile is
Although some
there.
people, no. Thank goodness I hope they don't have my Surulere picture, because sure, I look like struggle, man.
Talking about
I was a
stories.
boy. I was such a tomboy. So I think.
Talking about stories now, I know you mentioned D'banj a lot, and I think he's told the story a lot.
Hey, that's someone. So we've got your Surulere there. Tell us this story. Tell us this story of your glow up.
What year was that?
Yeah,
That
what year
was in 2008.
Okay.
And
then
this
8
was
years ago.
last year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Still
8
looking
years
sweet.
ago.
Were you still toasting then, or
He's finished toasting. Can you not
just started
see? Look at
dating.
the
That was
embrace.
about 9 months
the
into,
relationship or wedding?
not really
marriage?
into relationship. That was like 9 months after I met her.
Oh, okay.
So you're in a relationship then with her?
It was 6 months, about 6 months into the relationship.
Okay.
And it was just about 9 months after we met. We met in September 2007, and that was my 25th birthday.
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Yes.
That's
That was
nice.
25th.
That's super memorable.
Wow.
Besides the physical now, what's changed the most about your relationship?
Yeah.
I think we've learned to understand each other better, which is the most amazing thing you always want in a relationship, basically.
You're more patient now.
Yeah, I've learned to be more. You know, the first time when we first met, you know, it was more like we're from different worlds. I'm more like the person who sees myself as somebody who's just coming from a very privileged place to where I am, you know, and I basically was trying to force that down on her. Not understanding the fact that she also, you know, have her own understanding of what it means to be privileged, but just that our stories are slightly different, probably because of where she stayed and where I grew up, you know. She grew up in Surulere, and I was more like the Butemeta, Orile guy. So and you know, I was at the bus stop selling recharge card, making phone call. So for me, when I see anybody who is anybody doing anything, I don't just look down at anybody, because you know, it's more like, and for her it's like you know, we all have our story to get to where we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice, nice.
Okay, guys, please do share your Surulere stories with us, and we'll be right back after this break on the spot.
Welcome back to the spot. We have Seyi Law in the house, and we're discussing Surulere today. For those of you who are not Nigerian and might not understand what that term is, we're talking about basically interesting, maybe grass to grace stories.
Transformation.
Or transformations and all of that. And I wanted to go around and ask everyone, the one person's Surulere story that you find the most interesting. Entertainment, whatever it is, maybe not even Nigerian, but anyone whose story you listen to and just like, wow, how did he actually go from there to where he is?
Well, I know the story in a sense, but I would say someone's story that I've always found, that I've always thought was inspiring, is actually my dad. My dad lost his dad when he was very, very, very young. So he had to take care of a lot of his siblings, things like that. He went to school. He was working at the railway company in Lagos at one point, and then he decided that he just really wanted to do music. He was really passionate about it, so he was working in a band at the same time. He ended up doing really great things with the band. They worked with great people, Fela, Ginger Baker. He went on tours to Malaysia, things like that. But the background, like where he came from, was so... He just came from a really rough situation, and he really managed to pull himself up and make sure that his siblings were still kind of, you know, taken care of, even though he wasn't the oldest. Like, they all kind of chipped in to take care of each other. And he did great things, I think, with his life. So his story always makes me kind of...
Oh, Daddy.
Yeah.
I'll say my story and my mom's.
Yeah.
You know, my mom really struggled almost, wow, I think the woman suffered too much.
Yeah.
You know, getting married to a man who ended up having 5 other wives.
Wow.
And my dad has got over 53 children that I can count.
Wow.
You have a large family.
That is
Such a very large family.
extra large.
You know, like my dad named one of his sons Moseto. And,
I've done enough.
I've done enough, yeah. And actually, I came after Moseto.
Oh, so he didn't Sheto really.
And I have almost 20 behind me, so
no.
you know, it's quite an interesting story. You know, and
Oh my gosh.
You tried though. Hey.
you know, and so when I look at my mom's story and all the struggle, didn't have the opportunity to go to school, having 9 children, and making a vow that they will all go to school is something that is very encouraging to me. Yeah. And at one point, when my mom, had to go through some financial troubles, that was around the time I just finished my secondary school. Okay. And, it was more like a hell of a time for me. I remember walking somewhere, earning 5,000 naira. Wow. And it was for about 5 of us to feed every month. And it wasn't just 5,000 naira because they had to remove my transportation, about 2,300, left with just 2,700, to feed at the end of the month. It was more like, I think that is part of me now, because when I go to the market, the way I price,
they never see you coming.
Some people just see me in the market and be like, Seyi Law, see the way you the price market. I say, my brother, I know what price, but if I don't price, it will be like say that they cheat me. It's just become part of me, and then I just look at the struggle, what I had to go through to get to where I am. I remember this particular story that I share all the time of when I trekked from Ebuka to Aguda in Surulere to go attend a show. And I got to the church. It was a church, and Ebuka Smith, who asked me to come, took me to the other guys that they organizing the show. And one of them just, Ebuka now, what they do like this now? Our church too touch past this kind of thing now.
Wow.
No, not like too touch past this person.
Yeah, this thing.
Like our church too touch past this kind of thing now, And I remember, Ebuka Smith, who had obviously seen me perform somewhere, was more interested. He went to ask somebody if he can borrow shoe, but the shoe was tight for me. And then eventually they just said, okay, let's use him to start the show. Let's just use him to open the show. Wow. And good enough for me, as God will have it, Jerry, who was making the special appearance at that show, by the time I finished performing, in between my performance, I had about 4 standing ovations in between my performance. And Jerry ran on stage, and it just heard me. I was like, man, this is something that is waiting to explode, this and that. Then my stage name was Seyi Easy. Okay. And after I finished, Jerry just took me aside and was like, lovely performance, but I think your stage name it will not be too good for the corporate market. What are your names? I gave him the names that everybody would usually call me. Idile, Lawrence, Ametile, and he was like, you don't have any other name? And I said, Oluwaseyitan. And he said, okay, why don't you pick Seyi from Oluwaseyitan and Law from Lawrence? I've never used Oluwaseyitan in a long time, as in I've never even used it, but it's one of my names. And you can imagine what that has brought me thus far. So it's a story that really, every time I look back, I keep encouraging myself that if you have come this far, then there is nothing.
Imagine how much further you got to go.
Yeah, nice. That was very nice.
Gosh, I'm trying to think of.
Can you top that?
Can I top that?
That's I don't know. Unless you walk 5 miles naked in the stream, I don't know.
I think anyone who literally, like you guys have said, who started from nothing, people who are either homeless and have no source, no financial support or no, support full stop, but find a way to start making those steps and efforts to change their story. Only other major person that I can think of is probably my siblings and my mum. I think we've been very blessed to, I love my dad, but we've been very blessed. We've all taken that strength from her because she was the youngest of 3, but she grafted so hard from an early age to the point where she was pretty much taking care of everybody. She was the first one to travel out, the first one to... I mean, my grandmother was just looking at her like, what are you going to look for outside? She's like, there must be work, there must be something. Yeah. She has cleaned, she has taken care of kids, she has done everything and anything to build her empire now. So
the power of mothers. I think the womanhood is just powerful,
They are.
Yeah.
Mothers are just powerful.
Yeah.
The strength.
It's something else.
Very inspiring stories we've heard so far. We're going to take a break and come back and hear more stories, maybe. We'll see you guys in a moment.
Welcome back. You're still watching The Spot. We've been talking about Surulere, basically life transformations, and we've heard almost everyone's story about who inspires them, who Surulere story inspires them. So yes, your turn. Yes.
I think my dad's story is almost the same as yours as well, and all of that. So, I mean, he inspires me. But someone's story that I find, I don't know if it's inspiring, but I find very interesting is actually Goodluck Jonathan, who was our former president. And it's not even about my father was a fisherman part. It's just knowing where he was pretty much 20 years ago.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
at the time in his life, he was just a lecturer in the university. And less than 20 years later, he ruled the nation. And this is not the American dream. This is Nigeria, where you don't necessarily hear about people breaking into the political establishment, and you know, forget whatever. I mean, people have their opinions about him and how he ruled, he governed Nigeria and all of that. I'm not going into that. It's just the fact that he actually got there.
Some of us are not even expected to even do anything politics. You know,
he's not the sort of he had no reason to be president.
As in,
looking at his story, I mean, we know people who teach us in universities. You don't see them and think, oh, president. You know, but he actually got there, and he actually grows over time. You know, I think it's just very interesting that that story happened in my lifetime in this country where the political establishment is very close-knit and all of that. So
That's a good story.
This one.
I think it is time for a very quick game on.
Nice.
Yes, so we should play a game. Shall we play charades or should we play concentration?
What do you think? It's
you
up
know,
to
it's
you.
looking tense already.
Concentration or charades?
Concentration or charades? Acting game or concentration, basically. I don't know how to describe concentration.
I don't know.
Think fast, think fast.
Let the ladies choose.
Okay, let's say concentration.
I knew you were going to say that. Why didn't you say
So,
something?
I'm not so
Then say
focused.
something.
How
What do you
often-
want to play?
Leave him.
Anything
That's what he
but.
likes to do.
Okay, then.
I'm not so focused.
No. We're not doing that for you today because you never spoke up.
Okay. Oh, yeah, concentration.
Okay. You want to be sexy? All right.
Wow.
Concentration. If you miss out
Have you-
4 or hesitate.
You know concentration, have you?
You have to do
Names of
push-ups.
boys: Peter, James, John.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
The person that fails,
In this house, if you fail 4, you do push-ups. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
you do 20 push-ups.
Concentration.
Do what?
The person that
20
fails.
So better don't fail.
No, you
20
know,
push-ups.
I've tried all my life to keep this pot belly. I don't want it to value.
You don't have to lose it.
This is my amusement park. Eh?
Hey, God.
Okay, you can wash plates then. You wash plates.
Concentration.
Concentration.
Names of
Which way are we going?
this way.
This way. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll come.
Seyi Law names. Lawrence.
Oluwaseyi.
That's so
You had a surname.
He said Lawrence. He said
He told us. He literally
gave us
listed
his
out
full
like
name.
3 or 4.
Which ones do you remember?
Lawrence.
Oluwaseyi. And Lawrence.
And you don't remember
like
you don't remember Alexile.
I do remember that one. Okay, no problem. I see how we're going. Okay, very good. Yeah, uncle, your turn.
Concentration.
Concentration.
Names of music videos that Seyi Law has appeared in. Ranky W.
Oh, damn it.
I said Corey.
He said,
I know you did, but it left my mind.
2.
Today is not.
Seyi, have you done more than 2 videos?
Yes.
Okay. I was even thinking he was doing that outfit.
Yeah. Okay. Concentration. Names of Tanzanian comedians. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
I was going to
I would have called that once.
I'd have called you one name.
I would have said Diamond.
Peter
I
Mwansa.
was diamond.
I'll just give you one name, man.
Okay.
Peter
Names
Mwansa.
of Nigerian comedians. Seyi Law,
Funny bone.
Basketball.
Emeka Smith.
Jedi.
AY.
I go die.
Julius Salmon.
No. He said
Alibaba,
AY.
fine. Alibaba.
He's already late.
No,
He's already
I
finished.
think late. No,
He hesitated.
You've had 3.
Anyway, you guys know very well that if I miss 4, I don't do push-ups because you cheated.
One more.
Oh,
I
it's
get
time
this.
to go.
Concentration.
Look at that, guys. We've run out of time.
So you can see how they used to cheat.
Oh, well, time for us to go home. No, thank you, Seyi Law, for coming.